Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Let's start our class today with recitation of Umul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Okay, welcome to CHEN1311. This is material science for chemical engineer. This is your first class, the briefing. In the beginning, we said that we want to do online, but then I decided to do physical. But then I received what we call message from your academic advisor that one of you COVID tested positive right after the what we call the ta'aruf. And because during ta'aruf is face to face, you doing the explorers or whatsoever, so by right all of you is a close contact lah. So that's why I decided last night that we cannot have the class today physical, but hopefully by tomorrow by next week we can have the class physical. So what we call, so if you are close contact by what we call by last week, so rough give and take 5 days whatever, depending on you have booster or not. So hopefully by next week we can go and attend the physical class face to face. Okay, before I start with what I want to brief, I want to see first, okay, because this might be the first time and might be the last time you see your friend without the face mask. Later on when you go to class, everybody wear the face mask. So this is basically the first and maybe the last. Okay, so we have Amirul here. We have Amirul here. Okay, this is me. I will be your instructor for CHEN1311. This is Raudah Azwan. Okay, this is Ain. And this is Aisyah. This is Farah Fazlin. This is Arina, Haziq, and this is Taufik, Zaib, and then Khairunisa, Atika, or Alia Atika. You want me to call you Alia or Atika? Alia. So this is Alia, Bashir, Adi Haikal, and Ali Fikri. So we have 14 student now. So there are 2 person yet to come, which is Husaini and Haris. What else? Okay, so this is the third batch of CHEN. So you are under CHEN. Currently in our department, we have B10 and CHEN. Our department now in the not transition period. Your degree is basically your chemical engineering. The name of your degree is chemical engineering, but your senior degree is biotechnology engineering. So that's why you will see your senior, some of your senior, maybe 2 batch up, have the course code B10, BTEN. Your course code is CHEN, CHEN. Okay, and even our department before this is biotechnology engineering, but now is chemical engineering lah. Chemical engineering and sustainability department. I think Dr. Fidaus, I think you know Dr. Fidaus, right? Every one of you know Dr. Fidaus, right? Because during ta'aruf, he is the one that in charge you, and he also is the academic advisor. I believe he already explained everything to you lah about our department, your course and whatsoever. Just to let you know, previous batch there are 60 students. 63 students for previous batch number 2. You are batch number 3. The first batch there are only 4 students. 4 students for the first batch. The second batch, the batch before you, there are 63 students. You are the third batch. You are currently at 16 students. 16 students. Okay, normally when you enter in the second semester, because now it's second semester, normally the number of student is a little bit low lah. But when the student come in the first semester, the number will be high. It's because of your matriculation and so on. So some of you are direct intake. I think there are 4 or 5 of you are direct intake, meaning that you coming straight to UIA, but some of you coming from the matriculation, Gambang, I think. Anyone from matriculation? Can you raise your hand? Adi lagi, Alif, Raudah, Taufik, Farah and Arina. Amirul Syafiq, you ke yang email saya dulu? Mana Amirul? Hilang dah. You ke yang email saya itu?
Ya.
Okay.
Ya.
Okay. So previous semester, just to give you the idea first before I give a briefing, previous semester all my entire class is online. Okay, this semester the default is physical. I want to make it default physical lah. So if you want to see roughly the idea about this class, don't close the camera yet. I will tell you shortly when to close. Okay, later lah. Sekarang lah. Nantilah masa saya suruh close. Okay, basically all of my class already online, but I show you lah. But don't close the camera yet. Just very quick only. So YouTube, you can go to YouTube Wan Fazli. Okay, and just to give you the idea lah. So all of my class you can see in for the last semester lah. So at least you get the idea what this class about. I want to tell you that even though I already put some in the entire class in the YouTube, but whatever you will learn this time may not be the same. May not be the same. For example, here you can go here, go to playlist. Here, where is the playlist? Yeah, this thing. CHEN1311 Material Science for Chemical Engineer. So you can see slow lah ni. Okay, you can see from start to the end.
英雄的例会都做得非常的。
You see from the start to the end, I will record all my class lah during last semester. So you can see last semester we only have 17 class. Okay, you can see we have only 17 class in total, which also what I plan lah to do around 17, 16, 15 like that lah, 15 class like that. And you can also see the assignment, whatever they did and so on later lah. So you just Google my name Wan Fazli, YouTube Wan Fazli, and you go to CHEN1311. So this is basically the idea lah, the idea what you will learn. Okay, I open back. Okay, so even though I show that what will come to your midterm, quiz or final for this semester depend on what I teach you in this semester. Most like 90% of the time will be same with what I put on the YouTube. That's public. But there are something every semester I will add something else. Okay, so that just for the last semester. For this semester it will be a little bit different lah, meaning that maybe 90%, 80% more or less like that, but 20% I add a new stuff and so on depending on the whatever situation. Okay, so now everybody have seen your friend face. So I think now you can stop the camera. You can turn off the camera because I will pin myself and I will talk myself lah. Okay, you can stop the camera now. Okay. Apa pindah ni? Screen. Okay. What is this? Okay. Okay. So now let's start with the what we call with the briefing. Intro. Let me open the power. Alamak, tak buka lagi lah. Wait, let me open the. I need to open this thing. Wait. Yeah, slow lah. No? I don't know what. I'm not sure. Today is my computer is suddenly become slow. Usually it's fast. Not sure. That's why just now I need to what we call to shut down and. So that's what happened when you do online. This thing happen. What is Sem 2? Okay. Okay, let me open this briefing first. Yeah, very slow today. Not sure why. Okay, so let me put myself here. Lah. Let me close the thing this here. Let me close this thing. Okay. Okay, so this is basically Bachelor Science for Chemical Engineer, CHEN1311, Semester 2, 2021-2022. So your class on Tuesday and Thursday. So the time is in the morning, 8:30 a.m. So my name is Dr. Wan Fazli. So you can find me at E5, okay, in our kuliah of engineering. They are like E0, E1, E2. So we are E5, level 2, 12.6. Okay, you can go there and see my name on the door. This is important now because you are going for the physical class. So sometime I will ask you to submit the assignment under the door. So you need to know where is my where is my door lah, where is my room and so on. And also this is my email address. The communication for this class is primarily via WhatsApp. We have a group there. So if there is any cancellation, let me mute first. Okay. Okay. Where is the thing? Where is my face? Okay. Okay. So if let's say any cancellation of the class, anything happened, I will mention through WhatsApp. Okay. I also create a Google Classroom. Later I will share you the link. This is where I put some material lah. And sometimes I will ask you to make a submission. So some submission will be online, but I think when we do face-to-face, most of your quiz or what we call whatever, I will ask you to submit a hard copy lah. But there are some submission, for example, like a video, I will ask you to submit online via Google Classroom. I will give you the link later on. And the assessment for this class is written, and meaning that this is for quiz, for the what we call, for the midterm and so on. So now this thing will happen physical lah. Previously you are doing the online stuff, writing on the pad or writing on the paper and take picture, upload on the Google Classroom and so on. But this time, hopefully we can do like a normal class lah. And now you have like a presentation also later on. And this presentation is not like previously we ask students to record because they cannot come to the class. But this time you all can come to the class. So the presentation now you will present in front of the class lah, in front of the class, in front of your friend. So the default mode for the teaching is face-to-face. Okay, face-to-face. So try to check your venue before next week. Try to check your venue because you are first year, first semester. So maybe you are not really sure where is the venue. So please check the venue in advance. Our venue is at E0 level 3. 28. Okay, so you can go there, check first, because I want we start on time lah. The early we can start, the faster we can finish lah. Because if we start late, then it will drag the time and so on. So if there is any outbreak, for example, or any case, for example, just now today we plan to do physical, but there are problem because there are some close contact and so on. Every one of you is close contact, so we cannot do that. And once in a while I also do the online lah, but most of the time I will do face to face this time. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so the style of my teaching okay, on class because now we have a physical class. So for class, come on time, because I try to record the class. So if you come late, then you might, during when you come into the class, you might sort of like apa orang kata tu, you might terlanggar dalam BI apa, you might Adi Haikal terlanggar you might touch the setup lah, because I will bring the camera and so on. So if you come late, then you will sort of like mess with the setup, you suddenly hit them and so on, so it will waste time there. So please come on time, and I typically write on board. Normally I don't have slide. Normally I use slide for just to show the picture and whatever. Okay. So I mainly write on the board. If I record the class, I may or may not give the recording. It depend lah. I may or may not give the recording, because now you already going to face, and for online, usually I give all the recording, because I need to consider some people doesn't have data, the data problem and so on, connection problem. But because we are doing face to face, then giving the recording is not really what we call a compulsory thing for me to do. Okay, so that's why you come to class, bring your notebook and do as normal lah. Okay, sometimes I do demo in the class. So when I do demo, meaning that I will pass something to you, so bring hand sanitizer along lah. On the marking, no free mark. I give mark to those who deserve. Bonus mark occur randomly. Basically, I will during the class, sometime I will ask you to answer certain question. So whoever volunteer to answer that get a bonus mark lah. So maximum for bonus mark is around 5 point. Meaning that if let's say you able to answer that question in the class, and then I will give you 1 point for you. So and the maximum that you can gather is 5. So this 5 point will be added to your carry mark later on. For example, let's say your carry mark is 40 out of 50, and then you get 5 bonus mark, you get 45. This 5 mark can make a difference between B plus, B minus, pass or fail, A minus, that thing. Okay, so this is something that you can look after. You need to look after lah. I will ask the question for the bonus. When I want to ask this for the bonus mark, I will say, okay, the bonus quiz, the bonus time. So everyone, anyone volunteer to answer, then and answer it correctly, get the mark lah. So each time you answer correctly, you get 1 mark like that. Okay, about the midterm and final. So this is how we prepare your midterm and final. The question is not everything easy. They must be 40% easy, 30% medium, and 30% hard. So this basically how we, not I only, we as a lecturer prepare your final. So you don't expect every question is easy. There will be some hard question. There's some medium question. So for those who are really working hard, so they can score lah. Because this we do like this in order to sort of like to be fair to those who are really working hard, and also to distinguish between the good student and the average student. So that's why we need to balance the difficulties in your question. Okay, if you absent for the quiz, now is physical face to face. If you absent without valid reason, 0 mark. Don't submit assignment or project, 0 mark. If you cheat, 0 mark. Okay. Course synopsis. About this course. This course is material science. Okay, this course introduce only material science for chemical engineer. Because why? Because we have material department. We have material department in this kuliah. You are under chemical engineering department. They are the entire department called material department. So to compress everything in one single course is something is not ni lah, cannot be done lah. So that's why this course only introduce you about material science. So what you will learn is you will learn about the fundamental of material science in terms of atomic theory, crystallography and so on. Example only, properties, For example, how the chemical properties, mechanical, thermal, electrical, surface, whatever lah. So even though I put here many, but maybe throughout the course I just cover just a few things only, mechanical only or chemical only. Usually I will focus on chemical lah, because this course is material science for chemical engineers. And then we will talk about the processing method, how to prepare and so on, the material, characterization technique. Okay. So as you can see here, there are like 3 main, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 material. The main material is metal, ceramic and polymer. So the rest is just the combination or just the derivation of these 3 main material lah. Metal, ceramic, polymer. So we focus our study on this metal, ceramic, polymer, but mostly we will focus on polymer, because in chemical engineering, the material that you often encounter is polymer. Sorry, my nose blocked today. That's why I cannot speak very clearly. Whatever. Okay, so any question on this? Any question on this? Alia, is it okay? Alia tak boleh cakap. Siapa ni? Roda, is it okay? I want to see whether you can hear or not. Roda?
It's okay, doctor.
Okay, Okay, so let's go. So example of the issue of material science in your life is this. Sometimes you eat Maggi, and then you eat in what we call the plastic bowl like this, and you found that it's very difficult for you to remove all the grease. And even here on the sink here, you can see also there are grease on the white strainer here, which is made of plastic lah. But as you can see on the metal here, there are no what we call no oil. I mean, the oil doesn't stick to that. So this is one type of they have this is there are relationship between the material and also the chemistry lah. So why this oil stick very well to the, not very well, meaning that over time if you wash it, it will also become okay again lah. But it takes a lot of time for you washing and to make this oil go away lah. But if you see on the metal, they are not that difficult to remove the oil. So why is that? So that's have something to do with the chemical. So the idea of this course is basically to study that. I mean to learn about the interaction between material, the metal, the polymer, and also the ceramic with the chemistry. So this what make this course different than the material, what is taught in the material. In the material department, they go much deeper. They go much deeper. But in our course here, in our class here, we only touch the surface. But I will introduce the chemical aspect to this when we discuss along the way lah. Okay, so I hope no, maybe this is new to you because you are first year first sem. So this is a new kuliah policy implemented in 2019-2020. Okay, it says that to pass a course, a student must pass his or her final exam. Okay, after this I will tell you the amount, how much for the quiz, how much for the assignment, how much for the final exam, and so on. But the idea here is that if you fail final exam, okay, let's say here CAM stand for carry mark. If let's say final exam is 50 and then carry mark is 50, let's say you get 50%, let's say here you get 50% carry mark, meaning that perfect carry mark. Carry mark here include all the your midterm, your quiz, your assignment, your project, whatever. So even though you score perfect here, but then your final exam, let's say you get 24. 24 is less than half than the 50%, right? So meaning that you fail lah final exam. So even though if you total this up, you get 74 in the grade, you basically get B lah, B plus. but because of this policy, you are fail. Okay, the system will say you are fail. So this policy is not made by the Kuliah of Engineering. It's the requirement by the EAC, Engineering Accreditation Council of Malaysia. So those body that accredit your degree say that you have to fulfill this thing. Okay, so this is not the university thing. This is the Board of Engineers Malaysia thing. They have the authorities because they accredit your course. So this is one of their condition lah. In order for you to pass this course or any course or any course in Kuliah of Engineering, you need to make sure that your final must be above half. Okay, I hope this clear. Anything not clear here? Is it clear for all of you?
Oh, sir.
Okay. So,
Sir, can you hear me?
yeah. Ada question?
Yang 40, yang 20 pasal 60 macam lebih fast. Padahal kita punya final dia 20 je. 20 over 50.
25.
That one.
Okay. This is my mistake. Okay, thank you for that. So this is 25 lah ni, 25. Ni benar, ni 30 ni. Salah ni salah. Okay, so this is 30 30 lah, let's say 30, 70. Okay, so you can see number 2 here, the second row here, even though the third row, the total is 74, much higher than the second row, but the third row is fail. Okay, so make sure you get your final exam ni. Okay, so this is the grade, your grade. Before 2016, 2017, it's a little bit different. Now, look at A. The A minus start at 75. Before 2016, the A minus start at 80. A minus start at 80. Okay, so basically they lower down the grades, meaning that it's much easier for you. Okay, it's much easier for you, so you need to take advantage for this lah. You are first year. Normally the first year, the first semester CGPA is useful for you to apply for scholarship. Okay, let's say you score very well in this first year, first semester, the CGPA that you get, you can use that to apply for scholarship. Okay, so in order to get that, then you need to score lah. So if let's say you score the total assessment is less than 50 or final less than 50, you are considered fail. In this university, if your CGPA is below this thing, below 2, then you will be dismissed lah. Maybe for like not below 2, meaning that below 1 below 2 lah. If your CGPA is below 2, if it is happening again and again, you will get dismissed from this university. So be careful about that. Hopefully this no problem lah. Difficult lah. Ni saya semua susah sikit nak cakap. Okay, anyway. So attendance. So because this face to face, make sure you come to the class lah. Okay. So if you miss without any valid reason, then you get warning letter lah. And barring letter. Okay, so if you have any reason, you need to give me the proof lah. For example, original MC document. If let's say you go somewhere and then that whatever you do is get approval by the academic affairs, then you give me the official document, approval by kuliah and so on. Okay, now talking about the COVID, nowadays we cannot really, it's difficult to see because the close contact and so on. If you are close contact, whatever, you need to tell me in advance. You tell me in advance, not after the class, before the class start. Okay, in advance, early on. Okay, normally our class start morning 8:30. So normally, if let's say you get to know, you know it a day before, because normally people that will not tell you, okay, you are close contact in the early morning. So normally you will know that you are close contact a day before lah. So tell me a day before lah. If you are sick, not feeling well, and show COVID symptoms, don't come to class. Don't come to class. I don't want you jeopardize everybody. Okay. But that's why take care of your health. Because tak nak lah nanti you kata tiap-tiap kali kelas you kata COVID lah, COVID sampai habis you COVID, sampai semua kelas you tak datang. Jangan macam tu. So you make sure you take care of your health. Try to come to the physical, come to the physical class. But if you have this, you're not feeling well and you have this COVID symptom, please don't come. Just stay at your mahalah or whatever. Sometimes there will be bonus mark to begin if you attend class. This happen when I give the bonus question lah. For example, let's say I saw that the class attendance is very low, then I give the the bonus quiz. So you might lose that if you don't come to the class. Okay, if you are oversleep or you said that tayar pancit ke apa ke, itu is not a valid reason. So if let's say you have to absent, you need to have like a valid reason why you need to absent. Okay. And this thing, warning and barring here is real. The reason because of this is real because the attendance, your attendance, I need to give your attendance to the academic affair. So if the academic affair check and they see that your attendance is very bad, then they will give this warning letter or barring letter. So the attendance including today is also considered as attendance. It's very important. Very important. So you see, I've done warning and barring before. It depends on your attendance. So make sure you attend the class. If let's say you cannot attend because of the valid reason, that doesn't count lah. That doesn't count on this. But if you absent because of no reason, then it count. Okay. And then going to class, you need to make sure you observe the university dress code, wear decently, and for brothers, jangan tak payahlah pakai t-shirt tak ada collar. Because of course you can wear it in your mahalah, but when you are in the kuliah compound, you might you wear collar, because if not, later on the administrative, they will sound you or whatever. So make sure you wear decently for the female and so on. Okay, so basically that is the simple briefing. That's the simple briefing for all of you. But now, where is the thing? But now I want to show you something. So basically now we are already done with this. We already done with the intro, the simple briefing. The simple briefing. So now I will show you the course outline. Saya tak buka lagi lah course outline ni. Mana course outline? I will put the course outline in your what's course outline? In your Google Classroom later on. So but the course outline, let me show you first. Just so this, wait. Okay. So this is the course outline. I will upload it in your Google Classroom. Yalah, dia pusing-pusing pula. Okay, so this course outline. So this is your course title, Material Science for Chemical Engineer, CHEN1311. Okay, so this you can read. So we have talked about the course synopsis below. Sorry, tak buka full. We have talked about the course synopsis before. Okay, so this is a core course. Okay, core course. So the credit for this course is 3. This is the credit for this course. Tak ada highlight . So this credit for this course. Okay, let's go here. So this is the learning outcome. Learning outcome is basically what we expect from you to get after you finish this course. So as you can see, there are a few things. So we expect you to be able to explain the fundamental of material science. So that's one thing. The second, we expect you to know some properties of materials, be it chemical, mechanical, thermal, electrical, surface, optical, and so on, and discover their respective characterization tools. For example, how you measure the mechanical strength of this pencil, how you measure that, how strong this thing. So by the end of this course, at least you will be able to tell the people how I can measure the strength of this pen, like that. Okay, the third learning outcome is to examine the engineering, to sort of like know the engineering material lah. The one that I tell you, there are three main material: metal, ceramic, and polymer. So we will study this in terms of this characteristic properties, fabrication, and application. And then the fourth learning outcome is to learn about the composite and nanomaterial. Nanomaterial, and then lastly you learn the integration of everything by learning about something about 3D printing, fabrication, and so on. So this is basically the learning outcome. By the end of this course, you should be able to tell people that I have learned this and I know about this thing, the one that I highlight in the yellow color. Okay, so any question here? Biasanya ini yang saya lemah sikit kalau online class ni. Dia apa tu? Sendu je. So nanti face to face, when it's face to face, I just take name. For example, Ain, please answer this. Ain, what is your what we call your take about this issue, and so on. Arina, what is this? Muhammad Aziz, what is that? Okay, but online it's difficult to see. I cannot see your face and so on. So hopefully next week we can do that. Okay, so prepare when you come to online. When you come to the face-to-face class, it will be like that. Okay, we will do it like two ways communication lah, rather than I just go in front of the class and talk. I will involve you also lah. Okay, so that's the thing, learning outcome. So in the course outline, the most important thing in the course outline is basically the synopsis and the learning outcome. So basically what you need to know lah, what you need to learn, what will you learn in this course. And then this thing, assessment. So here is the distribution of your assessment percentage. For quiz, there are 5%. You can read lah. The quiz 5%, assignment 5%, presentation, project or whatever, that's 10%. Your midterm is 30%, and your final exam is 50%. So the total is 100. Okay. So this is your assessment distribution. The 5 mark, the bonus mark that I tell you before, okay, is basically add to this. Okay, the bonus mark that I say that everyone eligible for maximum 5 point bonus mark. That's 5 bonus mark is basically the extra. If you get 5, I add 5 to this. Okay, so if you can score 5 bonus mark, it's as if you get full mark in the quiz. So that's the idea lah. So even though you don't take quiz, but then you can score the bonus mark full, it's as if you fulfill all the quiz. Okay. Any question on this assessment? Any question on this assessment method?
Sir, in house. Do you have any finalized date for quizzes and midterm?
Final exam? Sorry, again?
Finalized date for quizzes.
Tak dengar.
Finalized, I will write.
Final lah. Sorry? Can you put in chat? Not clear lah what you say. Wait, chat. Finalized date for quiz. Okay, I will show you later. About that thing. Normally, the date for the quiz, if you go for any course, they will tell you 1 week before the quiz start. Okay, they do, because sometimes you need to understand things happen. For example, sometimes because nowadays also COVID, even though we put the date, sometimes they are problem, then you need to push away. But quiz is okay. But for the midterm, don't worry, because for the midterm, your midterm will happen during the class. Okay, I know that some course they book the slot for the midterm, right? But don't worry about our midterm will happen during your class, so there are no clash with other course. Okay, so I will show you the timetable later on, but for time being, this I just explain about the assessment method first lah. Okay, so this I will show you I show you now lah. Where is the thing? Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so what you will see now is basically, mana muka saya? Okay, what you see now is basically what we call the timetable for your course, the entire timetable. So this is CHEN. If you look here, CHEN1311 master sheet. I will give this also, the link also later on. Okay, but the idea you can see here. I don't know whether you can see or not, but let me make it bigger. Macam nak buat bigger ni, shift control naik ke? Okay, control besar sikit. Okay, okay, so you can see here. So slow lah. Macam mana slow ni? Okay, so you can see today is 10 March ah. So this 10 March today. So briefing. Okay, so next class this I will tell you later on lah. But basically I will put here the plan, quiz, assignment, midterm and so on. So your midterm, okay, we look at midterm first. Your midterm is before Raya. Okay, your midterm is before Raya. Okay, it's 28 April. This is on Thursday, class time. Okay, class time, so not clash with other thing ah. Class time, so Thursday 28 April. So this is your midterm. Okay, the quiz here can change here and there. Okay, depending on the situation. So as you can see here, there are the question mark. This is like a buffer lah. If for example sometime there are no class, whatever, so this like a buffer lah. So for example, if this suddenly there are no class here, then I push down lah. So at least you get the clear idea lah. So this I will give you, so at least you know every what date, what will you learn, and so on. Even though I say that, it might change. It depends on the situation lah. Because for example, let's say in the class I found that Adi Haikal not asking a lot of question about ceramic. Maybe I extend a little bit more. Maybe 2 class about ceramic. Maybe Alia want to know a lot more about metal. So I talk about metal, maybe 2 class. So this is not static lah, but at least this is the plan lah. I try my best to follow this plan, but it might not be 100% like that. What for sure is this midterm. That's why I put in the yellow. This is the for sure, because midterm is big thing. It cover the entire class. It cover the whole class time. So that's why I need to make sure to fix the date for the midterm. So the midterm is the only thing that is fixed. The rest can be like a week after, a week later, a week before, and like that. Okay, but I will tell you in advance lah. If there is any change, I will tell you in advance. So you can see here from this, you can see you only have 2 quiz. You only have 2 quiz. One before the Raya, another one after the Raya. Only 2 assignment. One before the Raya and one after the Raya. Okay. Basically you can see, you can get the idea lah what the assignment 1 is about. Your assignment 1 is about this. Apa pindah ni kat sini? Sekejap. Your assignment 1 is this one. You go here, you find, you just type lah YouTube, you type my name 153. So this example of your tak cantik lah. So you can find yourself lah. 7:30. Okay lah. So this basically your assignment 1. But I will tell you detail later on lah, to give you idea. You can just look and go to this, look at this, the material around me. Okay, this is your assignment 1. So you can see yourself lah. I don't know why my internet, my computer is so slow today, so I cannot open this thing. Okay, anyway, so that is give you some idea lah about the assignment. The quiz is basically written. Midterm, written. Assignment 2, something different. You will see later on, I will tell you lah. And your project will happen on last week presentation, group presentation. This you need to present in front of the class. Okay, not recorded. Not recorded. Assignment 1 is basically you record your face, whatever. Later on I will tell you in detail lah, so don't worry. It's week 5 long. There are more times for you. So 14 is basically your group presentation. Okay, so that's the thing. And also if you look here, if you see at the bottom here, I put this bonus attendance. So every time you score, let's say every time I ask you the bonus mark and you score, for example, the next class, let's say Alif answer my question correctly, so I can give Alif 1 point. Okay, so that is basically the idea lah. So the maximum Alif can accumulate is 5. So I put here. And also this thing will be shared with you. This the class master sheet, I call it master sheet, will be shared in the WhatsApp group. I will pin this thing on the top, so you can every time you confuse what I will learn today, what I'm doing, how well I'm doing. So I will put here lah. Even the class attendance I will also put here lah. Who absent, who not, you will see yourself here, your what you call your performance here. Okay. So what else? So this thing. What is the class? Okay, this thing. Okay, so that is about the assessment method and the time, date, whatever. Okay, so student learning time, forget about that. Course content, forget about that. This is basically just the guideline. As you can see from this course content, you can see first introduction, atoms and atomic bonding. But the way how I teach you is a little bit different. I will teach you about this metal, ceramic, polymer first, and then this thing, the fundamental part, the atoms and so on, I will teach you after the raya. So I will just like jumble around lah. This is just the guideline only. Course content is just the guideline only. It's not like a fix. The important thing is that the one that I need to do is that I need to make sure that all this learning outcome is covered. That's all. If all this learning outcome is covered, then that's good enough lah. So it's not like as if I will teach you every single thing here. No, I will pick and choose lah, because time limitation. We cannot. I don't want to rush and then bombard you with all the information, and then at the end of the day you forget. So better we focus one thing. So for example, last time in the previous semester, we talk about atomic structure and so on, but we don't talk about the crystallographic thing. So maybe this semester I will talk about that. Okay, so it's like that. Every semester a little bit different lah. Okay. Okay, so about the required book. Okay, let me make it like this. Okay, as you can see there, so this is what we call the book that the textbook for the material department, learning about the material science. Okay, so this book you can find in the in the library. However, whatever enter your midterm, your final, your quiz is based on what I teach. Okay, it's not based on this. I will use some portion, but for you to prepare for your assessment, you need to focus on what I teach lah. Okay, because this book is quite detailed lah. If you see the what we call the course content for this book is like this. The content for this book is like this. Let me show you that thing. So this is the content for that book. So you can see here how to this thing. Okay, you can see this the chapter content, atomic structure, structure of crystalline solid, and so on. As you can see here, so you have the mechanical properties of metal. You have dislocation, strengthening of mechanism of metal, diffusion in metal, failure in metal, and so on lah. So it's so detailed lah. It's so detailed. Because of that, we cannot really cover everything from this book lah. From that book, I cannot cover everything. For example, here they teach you about the magnetic properties, optical properties, thermal properties of the material. But if you look at our course content, if you look our course content here, okay, mechanical properties, this thing, mechanical properties is only what we call one week only, sort of like that lah. So meaning that this book, in order to finish this book, it will take a lot of time lah. So that's why I will not use this book as the source lah. So the source for you to study is basically the lecture, during the lecture, and so on. So this book is just a supplement only. Okay, it's just supplement only. So the one that I put here, required, Callister, blah 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 blah. This is just to supplement only. If you don't have this book, that's still okay, no problem. If you want just to top up your knowledge, then you can go to the library, our library. There are a lot of this book there. Level 4, you go there. Level 4. Okay. All of this I put in this course outline. I already put it in the what we call in the Google Classroom. As you can see here, this is Google Classroom. I will give the link later on, but there are nothing much here lah. So you can see later on, I will share the link, and then you can get the course outline, the same thing that I show you just now. Okay, just to you for read through. Okay. What else? Okay, as I said, this course is only introduce you with the material, because we have material department. We have material department. You have department of manufacturing and materials engineering in Kuliah of Engineering IIUM. So as you can see here, a course outline. Their course outline. They are entire course about polymer. The entire course about polymer. Their entire course about what? About ceramic. Okay, entire course, one subject about ceramic. They are entire course about the composite. They are entire course about what? About metal, tak ada metal. Metal dia. So this is for material department. The entire course about corrosion only. Okay, there are entire course about the semiconductor, entire course about the whatever else lah related to the material. So that's why when we say that we only introduce, that's what does it mean? That's why what we mean by this course introduce the material science. We cannot cover everything lah, because there are entire department of material science. So we just pick and choose what's the basic thing only. Okay. So any question up to now? Any question? Any question? Bashir, is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So basically we already cover all this thing. We already cover all this thing. Slow lah ini saya punya ni. Saya tak tahu lah kenapa. Saya tak tahu komputer saya kenapa ni. Anyway. Okay, anyway, so master sheet we already cover. Okay, so that is basically the briefing of the your class lah. So for the next class, normally yeah, slow. Last time is very fast. Kenapa slow? Something wrong lah with my laptop. I need to check. Okay, that's why it's not fast. When I say it's slow, going down. When I write, it's slow. So basically for the, it's very slow. Anyway, for the next class, as you can see in this master sheet, okay, there will be presentation, student presentation. Okay, so this is part of the bonus, bonus mark. So whoever volunteer to present, there will be 6 slot. I give you 6 slot, to present about metal, ceramic, and polymer. 3 slot for brothers, 3 slot for sisters. Okay, so this is based on volunteer. Okay, but those who volunteer will get 2 marks. 2 marks bonus mark lah. 2 mark bonus mark. What else? If let's say nobody volunteer, I will pick the name. But if I pick the name, there are no more bonus mark. So like that. So there are 6 slot open. 3 for brothers, 3 for sisters. The task is to present about polymer, about the ceramic, and about the metal. You choose lah. You choose. For example, the 3 brothers, one choose polymer, one choose metal, one choose the what we call the composite, the ceramic. So basically, choose anything. For example, choose anything that you see. For example, let's say you choose ceramic. You can take the pasu bunga tu, the vase, and then you just talk about the vase. Just talk detail lah about that thing. I mean that what is this material about? What do you wish to learn? How this thing what we call, how this thing is made up. You need to read a little bit lah. So this is basically student presentation. So I want to find the name now. Okay, anyone want to volunteer? There are 6 slot for brothers and also for the sisters.
Yes.
So siapa nak nombor 1, 2, 3?
Can I do?
Siapa nama? Give nama.
Metal.
Give nama.
Amirul.
Metal, okay. 2 lagi slot. Siapa lagi? Siapa nama?
Adi Haikal.
Adi nak apa? Ceramic atau polymer. Lagi 1 slot. Siapa?
Wanderul Ain.
Siapa tu?
Wanderul Ain. Dengar ke?
Ain Okay, Ain. Nak apa?
Polymer.
One Ain. Polymer. Okay, anyone?
Arina, sir.
Arina. Nak apa? Ceramic. Okay. Another slot. There are 1 for brothers left, 1 for sister left.
Me say Alif Fikri.
Okay. Alif Fikri. Apa? Nak apa?
What's the last one?
Okay. Ceramic.
Yes.
Sisters, 1 more slot. Siapa nak?
Rauda, sir.
Siapa nama?
Rauda.
Metal. Okay. To make things easy for you, this assignment also have been seen here. You can see how the student did. So at least it's easy for you lah. So you can see number 1 here. Student presentation on metal, ceramic, polymer, whatever. But don't copy lah. You find the other thing lah. But the idea is you can see here lah.
Feel like you're doing the work of 4 people? With Monday.com Work OS.
So what you need to do for this 6%,
station of
for this 6%, what you do is basically what I want is that you prepare one mind map lah. For example like this, one mind map. and then you send through Google Classroom later on. I will tell you lah where the link and so on. And then you need to you submit before the class, because I don't want you to bring the thumb drive and put in my laptop. So you explain that lah, so you can see how they did it. So this is the way how you will do it later on. So roughly like that. Okay, so this is example of ceramic. So this person choose using the ways, and then they explain lah about the whatever and so on. So this basically to gauge your knowledge about the material lah, about the material, your everyday material. So you can see this to get the idea, but don't copy straight away like that, because I know lah, because it's already there. So make sure, and the time for each of you is 5 minutes only. 5 minutes only. 5 minute presentation only. You present based on what you give. Mind map lah. Make a mind map, whatever, like this, whatever. So for example, like this guy, like this person, they just have one picture only, and then she explained just like that. No need to do like already, but you need to make sure you cover 5 minutes lah. Okay, so you can watch this in order to get the idea lah, what you need to do. Okay, so at least you get the guideline now. Okay, so if let's say you able to do that, what is the thing for this 6 person, if you able to do that next class face to face, then every one of you will get 2 point. 2 point. Now I don't put yet until you present, because maybe you absent. If you absent next class, then no, I will there are no point for you. So for this 6 person, the next class is about the student presentation. Okay, clear? Okay, so any more question, because we already end this we already at the end of our class. So any more question about our class or whatever? Next time we will go physical hopefully at that time also I'm not have blocked nose, or I can go become better sikit lah. So any question now? So Amirul, Adi, Ali Fikri, Wan Ain, Arinah and Rauda, prepare for the next class. So next class is about the presentation. We set the scene first to see what you learn, what do you know about the everyday materials and so on. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you everyone. So we end our class today with the station of Tasbih Kafarah and Suratul As.